In this part, I want to talk about the structure of the blood vessels. And in this picture, in this model, you can see the model of artery in the middle, and we have two veins on both sides. I want to talk about the structure of the wall of the arteries. First, you know that we have tunica intima or tunica interna, and our tunica intima has three parts. You can see this orange part, which is the endothelium, and the endothelium is the simple squamous epithelium, and beneath it we have basement membrane. Then you have this gray part, which is the subendothelial connective tissue, and after that you can see the internal elastic membrane or internal elastic lamina. The next layer is called Tonica Media. In the Tonica Media, you can see the circularly oriented smooth muscle cells, and we have a small amount of connective tissue between muscles. And after that, you can see the external elastic membrane or external elastic lamina at the end. And the last layer is called Tonica adventitia or Tonica externa. The tunica adventitia is the connective tissue which can connect our blood vessels to neighboring structure. In this connective tissue, you can see the structures of vasa vasorum, blood vessel in the wall of blood vessel, and also adipose tissue. This is about the arteries. And you have the same, somehow, the same structures and layers in the veins. You can see endothelium, subendothelial connective tissue, and internal elastic membrane for the tunica intima layer. After that, you can see tunica media with the smooth muscles, but the smooth muscles in the wall of our veins are thinner than the muscles which we have in the arteries. So tunica media of the vein is thinner than the tunica media of the artery. And the other difference of tunica media is we don't have any external elastic membrane in the veins, but we do have it in the arteries. And their tunica adventitia are the same, but some scientists think that the tunica adventitia of our veins is much more thicker than the arteries. About the lumen of the veins. The lumen of the veins are wider than the lumen of arteries. And in the lumen of vein, we have the invagination of endothelium inside the lumen. This invagination is called a valve of the vein, and the valve can help prevention of backflow of the blood in our veins, specifically the veins which are located in our lower limb. Besides valves, you know that we have some mechanism like a skeletal muscle pump or respiratory pump which help the blood to come up in our lower limb and in our abdominal region. In this picture, you can see the tunica intima with yellow arrow, and as I told you, the tunica intima is composed of endothelium, subendothelial connective tissue, and and here we have the internal elastic membrane, and the tunica media of the vein are the same, and you can see valve of the vein with purple arrows. The next picture shows you the tunica media of the artery and vein. Both of them are with green arrows, and you know that the tunica media of the artery is thicker than the vein, and this tunica media is very important for vasoconstriction and vasodilation of the blood vessel. And the next picture shows you the tunica externa, and you can see them with purple arrow. The tunica externa is the dense irregular connective tissue, and in this connective tissue, specifically in the arteries, we can see vasa vasorum and we can see the adipose tissue. And here you can see the histology of the artery. In this picture, the green arrow shows you the tunica intima, the first layer. The yellow arrow shows you the tunica media, or the middle layer. And the black arrow shows you tunica adventitia, third layer. You can see vasovasorum in this picture. And here you can compare the artery and vein together. You can see that the thickness of the wall in your artery is completely different from the thickness in the wall of a vein. And in the vein, again, you can see tunica intima, media, and adventitia. And now I want to show you one more picture of the arteries and veins. This is the histology picture of the artery and vein. And I told you that in the histology picture, you should identify which one is artery and which one is vein. And we have some keys for this identification. One of them is the thickness of the wall. The wall is thicker in the artery when you compare it with the vein. The other one is the shape of the lumen. The shape of the lumen of the artery is completely round or oval, and it's irregular in its shape. But the shape of the lumen of the veins are irregular, as you see in this picture, and it's wider than the lumen of the arteries. And in this picture, you can see the different layers, tunica intima, media, and externa in the wall of arteries and veins.